Good morning, St. Patrick's. Great to be with you on this September 6th for this week's weekly video e-newsletter. I'm continuing my short series on prayer practices, and today I want to talk about a practice called the Jesus Prayer. You know, in First Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 17, St. Paul writes, "Pray without ceasing." Wow, that's a tall order. That's a tall command. How do you actually practice prayer without ceasing? Let me say this: I think Paul means, throughout your day make prayer just a constant habit, but I don't think he means, when you have to concentrate, you're a surgeon and you have to concentrate. You don't go into deep intercessory prayer when you're doing a surgery on someone. But how do you just, obviously through your day in loose moments, just keep in communion with the Lord? Well, Christians over the centuries have developed some different tools for this, and one of them comes out of the Eastern Orthodox tradition, and it is called the Jesus Prayer. It goes like this: Lord Jesus Christ, Son of God, have mercy on me, a sinner. That's it. That's the whole prayer. Let me say it again. Lord Jesus Christ, Son of God, have mercy on me, a sinner. Now here's how that prayer works. It's designed to be repeated over and over. It's a prayer that's designed for contemplation. I know it's phrased as a request, but it's really meant to be a tool to just fellowship with the Lord, to contemplate the Lord, to commune with the Lord. Now, it's repetitive, and you repeat that four-phrase prayer over and over. And you might think of the words of Jesus where he talks about how it's futile to pray like that. You shouldn't do that. But here's what I think Jesus is talking about. Jesus, when he talks about that in the Sermon on the Mount, is really saying, don't think by repeating a prayer over and over and over, somehow you're going to twist God's arm and force him to do what you want. Maybe like you've seen like in Tibet where they have what are called prayer wheels, and people just walk by and spin them and spin them and spin them and spin them, thinking if I do that over and over and over, it's almost like a superstition. I'll get kind of the universe to tilt my way by doing that. That's what Jesus is talking about, I think, and that's what he says we don't do as Christians, because we have a relationship with the God and Father who created the whole universe, and we don't need to twist his arm. The reason this is repetitive is not to get God to do something, but to help us be attentive to God. The request basically says, have mercy on me, a sinner. Now, again, this comes out of the Eastern Orthodox tradition and the Greek tradition, in the part of the East that's rooted in the Hebraic tradition. And when they say have mercy on me, really it's another way of saying bless me, be with me, be present. It's not a confession of sin. Don't think of it that way. Think of it as, God, I need your mercies. It says in Jeremiah, the love of the Lord, the steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. It's new every morning. Your mercies are new every morning. God's just constantly giving us mercies, blessing us, being with us. That's what we're saying. We're saying, Lord Jesus Christ, Son of God, have mercy on me, a sinner. And then what you do is you develop a habit. Maybe you want to start by sitting down and repeating the prayer slowly. Lord Jesus Christ, Son of God, have mercy on me, a sinner, and get used to praying it. Then try using it through your day. Maybe as you're slipping off to sleep and you lay your head down and you close your eyes, just repeat that prayer slowly to the Lord. Great way to slip off into bed. As you're driving, flip the radio off. Just practice the Jesus Prayer. It's something you do easily when you're driving. You're out for your morning walk, say the Jesus Prayer. It's a great tool to use to kind of walk in constant communion with the Father. Another thing a lot of Anglicans do is, we use prayer beads. They call it the Anglican Rosary, but it's really not a rosary in the same way you think of a Roman Catholic rosary. It's just a set of beads that are designed to be prayer prompters. And what a lot of people do is they use the Jesus Prayer. There's 4 big beads, and then between each of the 4 big ones, there's 7 smaller ones. Say the Lord's Prayer on the big ones, and the Jesus Prayer on the other beads, and kind of do that slowly. That's a great prayer practice. Again, not the totality of your prayer life. There should be worship, there should be intercession, there should be petition. All those things are part of praying. But the heart of it is communing with the Father, communing with Jesus, communing with the Spirit, and the Jesus Prayer is a way to do that. So I encourage you, if you've never tried that, give it a shot. If you want more details, you can Google the Jesus Prayer, and there's some great websites out there, especially out of the Eastern Orthodox tradition. They'll give you some guidelines for that. It's an excellent tool for praying without ceasing and cultivating a kind of constant communion with the Father. Hey, have a great week, and I'll see you on Sunday. God bless.